Hi there. So in this section, we'll have a look at Roblox Studio and again look at the interface and how you get started with Roblox Studio. So the first thing is whenever Roblox is started and whenever you have logged in, you should be able to see a few menus. So again, you're gonna have the home menu, experiences, templates, and archive. And then on the right hand side here, you will have your recent experiences if you have already created Roblox project. And also what you can do is create a new project based on different templates. So as you can see here, you have different type of templates from base plate, which is the one that we will be using in this tutorial, classic base plate, flat terrain, platformer. You have a lot of them, and you can click on this arrow and you can see that you have like a platformer, laser tag, and also an FPS system. So for the purpose of this tutorial, what we'll do is again select the template right there. So just click on the base template, and what will happen then is that Roblox Studio will get started. So as Roblox Studio starts, what you will see is a few things. The first thing is, again, you have what is called the 3D viewport, which is where basically you will be able to see the object that you have created for this virtual world. That's the very first part. Then obviously you have the file menu. Again, with this file, you should be able to save your project to Roblox or locally if you want to. And then you have a lot of other options. So let's start first by what is the most commonly used, which is the Explorer. Again, whenever you create your new level, you're gonna have different default objects, and again most of them should be in what is called workplace. So again, you should have a camera, a terrain, a spawn location, and a base place. So the spawn location is usually the area where the player is starting the level basically. And again, what you will also see is that in the Explorer, again, you can go for most of the objects present in your game, plus other options that we'll see later on. And again, for each of those, what you have is usually a property. So again, in this window here, you can see that it is the Explorer. You can see that you have properties here. So again, if you look at the properties, again, because I've got the object called spawn location selected, you can basically look at its property right here, and you will see that it has different attributes such as appearance, data, transform, which is basically position, size, for instance, rotation, and the rest. So again, for every element that you will be creating, you should be able to access its properties in the same window. So again, using a different tab. Okay. So again, this is the Explorer window. Now there is another element that is quite interesting to use also. It's called the toolbox. So here, if you look at the very top menu here, the toolbar, you have a lot of different tools that are available. And again, we'll have a look at the select, move, scale, and rotate tool later on. But again, the toolbox here, if you click it, again, it's a kind of a toggle button, which means that if you click once, it will disappear. If you click a second time, it will appear. And again, if you look at the toolbox here, you have a lot of different assets that you can use for your game. So again, it can be audio, models, and plugins that you can actually include in your own game. So again, among the main window that you will be using for your game in Roblox, the most important ones for now are the Explorer and also the toolbox that you can find right here. And again, for the toolbox, you have different options, but again, as you can see as you will see later on, you have a lot of different objects you can import, audio, plugins, and the rest. Okay, so again, toolbox and Explorer will be your best friend for the time being. And just to show you can go from the toolbox to the Explorer. So again, you can see that the toolbox is active here. But again, if you click at these buttons here, you should be able to go back to the Explorer right here. And again, if you just click on this button here, you should go back to the toolbox. So again, that's very interesting. Again, what you can do also is to move those around. So again, this could be put anywhere else in the area. So again, I could put it on the left-hand side here if I wanted to. Or I could just put it back to where it was. So again, you can move those different tabs and windows around. Okay, so again, this will be the area that you will be using for creating your objects and for modifying them as well.